Sure, you can use the human form of life to do all kinds of great austerities and be pious and, you know, accumulate all kinds of great good karma and be reborn as a demigod or be reborn in as in one of the heavenly planets and enjoy, blissful sense gratification beyond your wildest dreams for thousands of years. Eventually, that reward is used up and you fall back down. Got to be reborn again. So, in many ways, even the good heavenly planets, it's still a jail cell, just with nicer room, nicer bars, nicer view, but you're still trapped. You're still separated from Krishna. And that happiness, that's still a temporary happiness because it's a fleeting moment. But if we take to Krishna consciousness seriously, keep with our sadhana, do our 16 rounds a day, follow the instructions of the guru sincerely, we'll be able to go back home to Krishna. And this fulfillment, this joy that you hear about, it's real nectar. That when you stick to it, if you're patient enough and you're sincere enough, this nectar devotional service starts becoming very sweet. The Maha Mantra becomes very sweet. Kirtans becomes very sweet. Hearing the Bhagavad Gita becomes sweet. Just got to be patient and persevere through and beg Krishna for his mercy. Beg Krishna each and every day. Oh, please, Krishna, increase my desire for you. I want to desire you more than any of these other desires. You got to tell Krishna, you got to let him know over and over and over again. Because all these other desires, he's still trying to fulfill. So when you make it a point telling Krishna over and over that you want to desire him more than anything, more than all these other desires, he begins to fulfill that. And the more we desire Krishna, the more that we give ourselves to him, the more that we are surrendered, the more that he gives himself to us. Any questions or comments? Yes, Prabhu.
So on this point of the prayer, I read recently in a translation from one of Bhaktivinoda Thakur's songs, and the way that it was translated there, it talked about prayer as revealing one's mind to Krishna, and that it's distinct from the other types of prayers, especially we chant Hare Krishna, which is the essence of the prayer, but that translation emphasized this being vulnerable with Krishna and kind of being where we're at, and I thought that was that was valuable. And when you were speaking about prayer now, it's like we got to let him know that things are complicated for us, but we want to we want to serve him single-pointedly. So, building this personal relationship with Krishna is actually uh, it's actually the gift of Krishna consciousness. Is what other tradition has so much personal information about God, and we can, you know. So yeah, I appreciated that, and with I'd like to try to work on my prayer.
Yes, prayer, revealing your mind to Krishna. Krishna knows, but he wants that relationship. He's yearning for that relationship with us. He has provided so many ways to have a relationship with us, as a father or as a son, as a parent, as a lover, as a friend. He has provided so many ways, even as an enemy. Demons have gotten, liberation by being his enemy. There's been pure devotees. There have been great devotees that, like Vijaya, trying to remember the name, the Vijaya and Ajaya. Yeah, they were great servants of Krishna, and Krishna used them, you know, gave them, had them come down and be, demons for 3 lifetimes. Then that way they served him. They got liberated again. So many ways he wants that relationship with us. Kamsa, was so obsessed with, hating Krishna. He was liberated because he couldn't keep Krishna out of his head. So what I'm trying to say, there may be times that you might be mad at Krishna. You might just, just don't understand why. There's been times in my life I was. But I didn't hold back. I let him know. Because you know what? He already knows that you're mad at him. He knows it. He just wants that relationship with you. Kind of bewilders him. It's like, oh, wow, you're really that mad at me? Oh, wow. You actually spoke your mind? Wow. But no, he wants that relationship with us. Let's see here. Move on to text 3. That very ancient science of relationship with the Supreme is today told by me to you because you are my devotee as well as my friend. Therefore, you can understand the transcendental mystery of this science. Report. There are 2 classes of men, namely the devotee and the demon. The Lord selected Arjuna as the recipient of this great science, owing to his becoming the devotee of the Lord. But for the demon, it is not possible to understand this great mysterious science. There are a number of editions of this great book of knowledge, and some of them have commentaries by devotees, and some of them have commentaries by the demons. Commentation by the devotees is real, whereas the demons is useless. Arjuna accepts Sri Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and any commentary on the Gita following in the footsteps of Arjuna is real devotional service to the cause of this great science. The demoniac, however, concocts something about Krishna and mislead the public and general readers from the path of Krishna instructions. One should try to follow the disciplic succession from Arjuna and thus be benefited. So here again, it's very important where we're getting our Gita from. We have this wonderful edition that Srila Prabhupada, being part of the disciplinic succession, the Paramparam system, he actually painstakingly, translated it and gave us these wonderful purports so we can understand the real science of going back to Godhead. All these other editions out there that were put out by mundane scholars, they're just speculating on what it was meant to say. We got a few minutes left of class. Any questions or comments? Yeah, I'll read one more here. Let's see here. Text 4. Arjuna said, the sun god, Vishvasvan, is senior by birth to you. How am I to understand that in the beginning you instructed this science to him? Purport. Arjuna is an accepted devotee of the Lord. So how could he not believe Krishna's words? The fact is that Arjuna is not inquiring for himself, but for those who do not believe in the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or for the demons who do not like the idea that Krishna should be accepted as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For them, only Arjuna inquires on this point as if he were himself not aware of the personality of Godhead or Krishna. As it will be evident from the 10th chapter, Arjuna knew perfectly well that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the fountainhead of everything, and the last word in transcendence. Of course, Krishna also appeared as the son of Devaki on this earth. How Krishna remained the same Supreme Personality Godhead, the eternal original person, is very difficult for any ordinary man to understand. Therefore, to clarify this point, Arjuna put this question before Krishna so that he himself could speak authoritatively. That Krishna is the supreme authority is accepted by the whole world, not only at present, but from time immemorial, and the demons alone reject him. Anyway, since Krishna is the authority accepted by all, Arjuna put his question before him in order that Krishna would describe himself without being depicted by the demons who always try to distort him in a way understandable to the demons and their followers. It is necessary that everyone for his own interest know that the science of Krishna. Therefore, when Krishna himself speaks about himself, it is auspicious for all the worlds. To the demons, such explanation by Krishna himself may appear to be strange because the demons always study Krishna from their own standpoint. But those who are devotees hardly welcome the statements of Krishna when they are spoken by Krishna himself. The devotees will always worship such authoritative statements of Krishna because they are always eager to know more and more about him. The atheists who consider Krishna an ordinary man may in this way come to know that Krishna is superhuman, that he is Sat Chid Ananda Vigraha, the eternal form of bliss and knowledge, that he is transcendental, and that he is above the domination of the modes of material nature, and above the influence of time and space. The devotee of Krishna, like Arjuna, is undoubtedly above any misunderstanding of the transcendental position of Krishna. Arjuna is putting this question before the Lord is simply an attempt by the devotee to defy the atheistic attitude of persons who consider Krishna to be an ordinary human being, subject to the modes of material nature. Looks like that is our time for today. Bhagavad Gita Ki Jai.